Hello everyone, and welcome back to your Yin Yoga practice. My name is Mia, and we will be continuing the Yamas series today. And we're focusing on Brahmacharya, which is non-excess or correct use of energy. Today you'll need one bolster and 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can place a couple of books on top of each other just to get a little bit of height and support for this practice. We will begin in butterfly with the soles of the feet together, the knees out wide to the edges of your mat, and take a hold of your ankles or shins today to sit up nice and tall, grounding the sit bones down onto the floor with a nice long spine, and just closing your eyes to begin. And with the eyes closed, just begin to notice the simplicity of your breath as it moves in and out of the nostrils. Feel the temperature of the air on the inhale and the temperature of the air on the exhale. And let this breath be the anchor of your practice today. The mind is a little bit like a kite. It can be disturbed by the winds of distraction throughout our life. But the breath instantly brings us back into that grounding sensation. Take a few more breaths like that, in and out through the nose. And just knowing that that is enough for today to bring you into the now. Beautiful, guys. Let's take the left ear and drop it down to the left shoulder when you're ready. And just feel that stretch along the right side of the neck as you be patient there. And then begin to draw the chin to your chest. And then roll the right ear to the right shoulder and just pause for a moment. And then dropping the chin back to the chest and hammocking the head the other side. So just really enjoy this movement left to right as you bring mind back into body. And then slowly returning to center. Let's take an inhale and draw the chest forward. And an exhale to round the spine. It's like a few seated cat-cows, breathing in, drawing shoulder blades together. And breathing out, rounding the chest and chin. Couple more like that with your breath, anchoring the movement. And then gradually finding yourself to center. Ready for our first yin pose. Keep the right foot exactly where it is. Option 1 is to extend the left leg 45 degrees out straight, or we can flip the left knee if that allows, making a bit of an S shape with the legs. Bringing your 2 blocks into the inside of the right leg today on any height which allows you to bow down comfortably. Hands or forearms can land on the ground, but we rest in a position for 2 minutes now, closing the eyes and reconnecting to the anchor of your breath. So the 4th Yama, Brahmacharya, is often translated to the correct use of our energy. At the heart, this Yama asks us to become conscious of where our energy is going. It asks us what drains you, what restores you, what truly deserves your energy and what doesn't. This is where Yin comes in. In Yin, we stop spending energy unnecessarily. We refuel ourselves rather than exert. So if you feel like you're trying here, shoulders scrunching to the ears, tongue pressing to the roof of the mouth, relax them down and try a little less this time. Take your last breath there and soften a little more. Well done, guys. Slowly pressing into your hands to lift the spine. Remove the blocks to the side and just sweep that left leg to straight. We're going to hug the right thigh in and hop that right foot across the left thigh for half shoelace. Thighs wrapping tightly over one another and bowing down to a comfortable position. The head can rest on a block on the top knee and the hands reach forward and down. So notice if your mind is in a state of wandering still. Just direct it back to the anchor of your breath, that sturdy, grounding breath, which is simple yet strong. And for once, rather than chasing anything more than this moment, could you allow this moment to be enough, just as it is? Relax a little deeper in your last few breaths there. Lovely work, guys. Slowly removing any props and lifting up your spine. We're going to walk the hands behind you, bend up the knees, soles of the feet on the floor, and then just drop your knees to the right in 90 degrees. Placing the blocks in a line, pointing to the back of your mat, grabbing your bolster and lying with the chest down on the bolster for a deep bolster twist. Cactus in the arms or taking them wide. Allow one cheek to fully rest down as you surrender to this twist. So you might have realised that we live in a world full of excess stuff. Excess food, excess stimulation, excess information and distractions and people. And when we live in a state of this excess constantly, we drown ourselves, feeling heavy and dull. For example, imagine going to an all-you-can-eat buffet, filling yourself to the brim with food. We all know that feeling when we feel too full, lethargic, and heavy. That's what happens to our nervous system when we don't take time to pause and recognize when enough is enough. So take these last moments to notice how this simple moment is everything that we ever needed. Sink a little deeper on your last breath there. Well done, my lovely. Slowly pressing yourself up when you're ready. And this time we're facing the back of our mat in a child's pose. So just slide the knees wide, toes to touch, and send your hips over your heels. Option to press your hands on the bolster to deepen the shoulder stretch, dropping the forehead to the ground. And just come to that really quiet place within you. Wherever your mind has gone, bring it back to the anchor of your breath. Feel the inhales expanding your belly and ribs, and the exhales, you hang a little heavier into the ground. And in this very moment, we begin to understand that we don't need our stimulation, our phones, noise. We have everything we need right here in this moment. Our breath, our heartbeat, our consciousness. Really stay in that gratitude for simply existing, for your last few breaths. Well done, guys. When you are ready, slowly standing into your shins, lifting yourself up to kneeling. And we're coming to lie on our front, so remove your bolster, but take your 2 blocks shoulder width apart. Your shoulders are going to land on the blocks on the lowest setting. Take your head in between the blocks, arms facing down, and the bolster or pillow is going to catch your forehead for surrender pose. Option to bend the knees for a lower back stretch. If it's too much, you lower the legs back down. But when you're ready, we're settling in. And this pose is all about letting go of all physical and mental effort. Now, I've purposely included this pose because it protects your energy. In this pose, we don't want to try, we don't want to exert any effort other than to recharge. The Yama Brahmacharya reminds us that our energy is precious. Brahmacharya asks us to look at our energy like a bank account. Everything you do externally takes from the bank account, it costs us. Every conversation, every thought, every worry, every exercise takes from our energy stores. So if we don't put any deposits back into the bank, our energy will get depleted. This is the moment we put back into our energy bank. We feed ourselves from the inside. So instead of rushing out of this moment, drink this moment in as you recharge your whole being. Drink in your final breath there. Well done, everyone. Slowly pressing into the ground to lift yourself up. We're taking our little sequence the other side. So take your props away. Shimmy your feet to the top of your mat again into butterfly with the soles of the feet together. And then either extending the right leg out to straight diagonal, or if you can flip the knee, making that S shape with your legs. Take your 2 blocks to allow you to fold forward with hands or forearms on the ground again. And here, I let you rest in stillness and silence, because stillness recharges the body and silence recharges the mind. Beautiful work, my lovelies. On your next inhale, pressing into the earth to lift your spine slowly up. Remove your blocks and swing that right leg all the way to the top of your mat and wrap the left foot tightly over right thigh, trying to stack left knee over right, reaching up to lengthen the spine and then folding wherever you can for half shoelace. Option to take a block again to support your forehead with the top knee. So if you're someone who tends to say yes to everything, you might have an issue with how you approach Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya asks us one simple question: Is this choice I'm saying yes to giving me energy or taking it away from me? Most of the time we say yes to other people, we end up depleting ourselves of energy. This Yama reminds us one of the kindest things you can do for yourself is to become more selective about who and what deserves your precious energy. Use these last few moments in stillness to reflect. What maybe is taking from us too much at the moment? Well done, guys. Very gently now, releasing the props and lifting the spine. Take your feet onto the floor and drop your knees to the left for 90-degree legs. And take your little bridge position with the blocks underneath the bolster. And just landing your chest along the bolster, cactusing your arms, turning your favorite cheek to the ground, and enjoying that beautiful twist for your spine. On your last breath there, fully expand the lungs. And then exhale, drop a little deeper into that state of surrender. When you are ready, pressing the hands into the earth to lift the spine. Whipping our feet round to the front again, removing your props. And this time taking both soles of the feet onto the ground, bending the knees up, and give yourself a brief hug underneath the thighs by dropping your chin down beneath in between the knees. Just a moment of appreciation. I do enough. I say enough. I am enough. Slowly make your way onto your back, rolling controlled, one vertebra at a time. Hug your knees into your chest, and maybe give a little rock and roll slowly side to side to release any tension in the lumbar. We're making our way to a supported bridge pose, so plant the feet on the ground, take either one block or a couple of books, lifting your hips to slide the blocks underneath your sacrum. Find a suitable height, and then place your hands either on your belly, or if you can, lift the arms overhead, grabbing elbows, or maybe some of you can bring hands behind the head, elbows wide. Whatever feels nourishing for your bridge pose. Further option is to extend the legs to straight, but really focusing on resting the belly down. Brahmacharya asks us to replace junk with purity. Yin Yoga, meditation, nature, and connection are all examples of a pure life. The more we engage in these type of practices, the less appealing the junk practices feel. Would you rather spend your life chasing endless junk stimulation, or learning to find deep contentment in the life's simplest moments? Rest in this simple moment right now, cherishing every breath. Well done, guys. Slowly coming out of that one, bending one knee and then the other. Bring the hands down to the hips, removing any props and coming into your final pose now, Shavasana. And when you arrive, just place your 2 hands on the lower belly to begin. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Close your eyes and soften the skin around the eyelids. And all I want you to do here is notice the simple rise and fall of your belly as you breathe completely still. And letting the outside excessive world fade away into the distance, just direct your attention to this sensation of the rise and fall of the breath. And in this moment, you can recognize that we don't need anything more than this moment. Right here, with our breath, with our heart beating, you return home. Let your body sink a little heavier into the ground as I leave you to rest here for as long as you need. The longer you rest, the more you charge your energy stores. So take a few moments for yourself as I leave you in Shavasana. Namaste.